Hi, and happy Wednesday, and welcome to Musicians Hangout with your hosts, Crash Fistfight from Fatal Butterfly and Maxine Maxwell from the Maxwells.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's great to be back.
Glad to see everyone.
We all had a great week.
And a great Martin Luther King Day.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's been quite the week for some of us.
Martin Luther King.
Woo! Yes, cheers. Very good. Yes. MLK. All right. So yeah, out here in the Northwest, it's been pretty cold and snowy, but we're all getting through it. I'll go over our
snow left.
Oh, you don't have any left?
No, it's all gone.
Yeah. It's still kind of sticking around here. It's kind of melting, kind of sticking. All right. So our Musicians Hangout mission statement is to be part of a revolution to create friendships with other artists and build a community network to save music. So we'd like to thank our special guests for joining us. They're from the Ripple Effect. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey, I'm Maria Sabella, lead singer.
I'm Kelly. I play guitar.
Nice.
Nice.
Nate will be showing up here soon in a minute.
Yeah, and Terrell, our drummer, won't be here today.
Our drummer, we point over here. That's his drum set.
Over there. He's not here.
He's not here.
He's got to work supposedly tonight, or he's got to work at 8 o'clock at night patching drywall. Exactly why.
Oh, geez. That's what he does then? That's interesting.
That's a part of what he does. He's super talented.
Okay, got you. Yeah, we'll miss him. Yeah, Crash and I are drummers, so we'll miss our drummer talk with him.
Yes.
So, Maria, would you like to tell us a little bit about how you started your musical journey as a musician?
I've been singing since I was very, very young. I actually sang before I could talk.
Oh, I love that.
And so I hate singing, and if it was up to me, I'd sing. My father and everyone in the family is a musician. Everyone in his family, everyone in my mom's family. So I enjoyed all of that and took it all in. Yeah. I think I sang a duet, leaving on a jet plane in front of the whole class, 2nd grade.
Oh, wow. I love that song.
Pretty funny, right? But I've been writing forever. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, me too?
Very good. So, yeah, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about how you started.
I always just wanted to be a guitar player. I was I used to dream about playing guitar before I had one, and then I got a guitar when I was, I think, 12, and got lessons when I was 13, and I've played basically every day ever since. And I'm 45 now, so that's a lot of days. Wow. And I've been in, and I hear Nate coming.
Yeah.
But I've been in. I've always wanted to be a rock and roll guitar player, and so I am. Hey, Nate.
Nice.
Hey, welcome, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Front here.
Yeah, come on in.
Welcome to the Hangout.
Player's late.
No worries.
Just in time.
We're explaining our musical journeys.
Our journeys.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
Don't let me interrupt. So no, I'm done.
Your turn now.
Perfect timing.
When did you start playing music?
Playing music? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I started
Yes.
when I was 13. Started playing the bass and guitars, about half and half. Played with my dad and my uncle. We did a lot of classic rock, like Beatles, The Who, Cream, that kind of music. But what inspired me to pick up the instrument in the first place, Metallica, Cliff Burton, old Jason Newsted, but mainly Cliff Burton.
The first song I ever learned to play on bass was Anesthesia Pulling Teeth by Cliff Burton. It was not
I know what
easy.
you're talking
He's very fast. I can't do it as fast as him, but I know the notes. That's half the battle.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
Nice.
I had played the Anesthesia Pulling Teeth at a high school talent show my sophomore year, and I'd learned like every time that the wah pedal was up and down, like I really memorized it like inside and out. But yeah, I was like way into Metallica for a little bit, and then got really into Black Sabbath, Geezer Butler, and I really got into that tone with some little fuzz and overdrive. Got way into Primus, way into Rush, like huge Rush fan. Yeah, I just geeked out playing high school bands. What else? I'm missing a lot of stuff, I know, but like went through a big phase where I was way into like Yes, Chris Squire, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, King Crimson, huge King Crimson, like John Wetton era, UK, Bill Bruford stuff.
It's a broad palette.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Learning all these guys, I just idolize them, worship them, like learn who their influences are. Everything just eventually kind of goes back to like James Jamerson from the Motown era or Paul McCartney from the Beatles. Like everything eventually kind of goes back to blues or that type of stuff. And I've played in country bands where I've had to like study Lefty Frizzell, Hank Williams Sr. stuff, Waylon Jennings. I studied classical for a while, playing a worship.
Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, they froze.
It froze. It broke him.
Did you break them, Crash?
I don't know.
On a worship.
I broke him. Oh, broke him again.
Oh, dang it. Well, they'll come back.
Hopefully they come back.
Super interesting, man. I did not know that was the first song you learned on bass.
Yeah, that is the first thing I ever learned on bass. Besides scales, but the first song I ever learned on bass was Anesthesia Pulling Teeth.
Huh. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've almost known you a year and I'm still learning, like new things about you. It's just so fascinating.
Uh-oh.
They'll come back in.
Yeah, they can jump back in.
Yeah, we'll get them back.
The first song I ever learned on drums was I can't remember exactly what song it was. I think it was Big Cheese off of Nirvana Bleach.
Oh, let's see.
On the drums. And then after that it was Attitude by Misfits.
I learned the classical snare drum when I was 10, but I branched out to the kit, I want to say, when I was either an 8th grader or a 9th grader, probably more likely a 9th grader in high school. And I learned Beautiful People, Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So that was the song that I learned. It was so popular then too. It was the 90s. Marilyn Manson was really big then. I actually listened to an interview they did for Marilyn Manson recently. Oh, I think they're coming back.
Try them. Here we go. We're back.
It's all right, guys.
Don't worry, if that ever happens, just keep using the same link. It'll always direct you to the show.
Yeah, we're in the band room, which is a separate little building.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little far from the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
So-
gotcha.
Oh, I got it. I've got a like a antenna thing that I could bring out,
Oh, booster.
Ooh.
perhaps.
All right.
Yeah.
Where were we?
We were talking about Nate's magical.
Musical influences.
His influences and so on.
Yeah. Maxine and I were just talking about that.
Yeah, we're very
That
interested.
is quite a wide range of, but it kind of makes sense. I feel the more genres that you
Yeah.
play, it's just going to make you a better musician all around.
Yeah.
Right. I remember imitating. I had this room in my house when I was a kid, and it was empty. It was a dining room, formal dining room, but all I had in there was a mirror, and I would listen to everything from Peter, Paul, and Mary to
Clean glass.
Liza to Hart and Pat Benatar, and I would just sit there and dress and imitate and listen and just imitate. And it's really great being.
Too.
It's really great being in our original band because it lets our voices come out to who we are, and no matter what the influences are, it all influenced us, and this is where we are now and expressing ourselves.
Oh, and you guys are so fun to watch. Just, beautiful transitions. You guys were seamless.
Oh, thank you.
Movements. I just love watching you move when you would sing. I mean, you really pull in the crowd's energy.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
so jealous that I missed that show.
Yeah, you got to see
I had
it.
a show
Good.
either that night or the night after you guys would.
You played the night before, I want to say, at the 56 liquor store. Because well, maybe it was the same night because I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to your show because I went to Russell's show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So how long have you guys been together as the Ripple Effect?
What, a little over 2 years?
Yeah, well, we started a little over 2 years, and then Nate's been with us for a little less than a year, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was like April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, April last
I
year.
started with them in April.
Yeah.
Nice.
cool.
It's a beautiful thing.
You guys have 4 piece and changed bass players, or were you a 3-piece and then got a bass player?
No, we had another fella.
Okay.
We had stuff happened.
It was really great how it all came together and how my friend had got us. He knew all of us originally and got us all together. And he played with us, and we got to a point where he wanted to do. We all have different directions, and it just happened that. And then we got Nate, and just been creating ever since, and it's been just keep going. It's just like I really believe that
It's really good that your friend got you guys all together and pushing you in the direction that you guys saw yourselves going. But it's really glad that you guys picked up the bass player that you needed to push you there. Does that make sense? Or get?
Oh, sure. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all create our own parts, and it just works.
That's awesome.
That is
I
awesome.
like to hear that.
So what does your band name mean? What does the Ripple Effect mean?
The short answer
I'm going to give you the long
is
answer.
that we did. Yeah, she's gonna.
I want the long answer.
The short answer is it was our first song was called The Ripple Effect, and we didn't have a band name.
Oh.
And somebody said, "What would you call it, The Ripple Effect?" But what does The Ripple Effect mean?
Right. Oh, yeah, because
That's you.
we had like 4 songs, and they asked us to play at a birthday party. And he said The Ripple Effect because that was the song that he knew. But as far as like the definition is of the ripple effect is the continuing and spreading results of an event or action.
Oh.
And a situation in which one event causes a series of other effects to happen. And I believe that we can be immediately present in every moment with practice. And I believe that, you know, like in that song, haven't had the lyrics printed online, but we talk about how to take a deep breath, and it's a practice. And unfortunately, for me, my understanding of this was when something terrible happened. And I hope that people don't have to get to that point when something terrible happens to understand that each and everything that we do in every moment has a ripple effect. So for us to be, as far as me writing the lyrics and from my perspective and my point of view, is to, you know, whether it be respect or neglect, whether it be success or tragedy, whether it be positive or negative, no matter what, we are a ripple effect in every moment that we do something, or that we say, or that we think. And so therefore, like with this band in particular, with me, to create these people to come together, I don't believe is by chance. To create, to us to be able to work together and write a song every practice, it happened for time and time and time every practice. And we were just like, Kelly had a lot to play. I had a lot to say. Our Terrell Beard had a lot to play. Nate, everybody, we all are in the same direction. And I just believe that we all need to take a breath, everyone. And I'd love that to be for everyone in the world, is to take a breath and really think about what we're doing, because it can be one way or the other, but we want it to be fulfilled with positivity and to create love and peace and happiness and harmony and laughter.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Exactly. So Maxine and I are trying to start a ripple effect. It's called sisterhood, and musician, especially with the female musicians in our community, because it used to be, you know,
nice.
Women can be so catty towards each other for no reason. There's no reason for that. And we are such a minority in the music.
Can I be on the board?
Yes. But here's the thing. We are already outnumbered by the guys in our industry. So we really need to stick together on stuff, you know, because we are outnumbered by the mass. So we are trying to change our industry, and instead of girls being catty, we're trying to lift each other up and support each other, and, you know, create friendships, like just like our mission statement says. You know, we're trying to create like friendships, not just with musicians, but I guess all over. But especially in this industry, because we are outnumbered.
Yeah.
Maybe not in my band, but because I have 2 females in my band and 1 male. So, and poor guy, he's dating me, so he just doesn't get any slack. But he's a trooper.
Maria, when you were explaining that, I got goosebumps. It was such a beautiful way of describing the meaning of your band and the meaning of your way of expressing yourself as an artist. You know, all of you. That's gorgeous. So
no, it really is.
Yeah,
I've had more comments and just the reaction on people. Sometimes we have young people come and they will come to me afterwards and just be in tears. And I mean, like, saying, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And that, I love that. I love that compliment. I mean, to me, it's a give. When, as a musician, as a singer, I get from them. It's a continual flow. And, it's been really great. This has been, I love these guys. I'm so happy here.
That's awesome.
I am so happy to meet Nate. I am so happy to meet Terrell. I'm so happy to meet Kelly, and to be able to work together. This has brought me through the last 2 years. It's been the solid. It's been the expression of love. It's been the healing. When I write lyrics, when we come in here, it just whatever comes out, and then I get this picture, and it just happens. I mean, whether it would be grieving, whether it's been pain, it's all turned around here in this room and for positive, and has just gotten me through so much. And I just, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing is when you're fulfilled. I don't care if it's writing a picture, it's writing lyrics, it's creating something. It's no matter what you're doing, do it with complete passion, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Give. It's an equal exchange of energy.
That's awesome. I love hearing that.
Well, and you guys definitely have the energy and the passion. It definitely flows from you. I could feel it.
Yeah.
These guys are so amazing, though.
Yay.
I'm sure
Should we
Bam
get-
is
oh, wait.
always sitting there like how amazing they are.
Dun, 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 dun.
So I got to know, what are you guys drinking? Please tell.
In the band
Apple
room,
juice. Apple juice.
it's apple juice.
Apple juice.
We're drinking this episode of the Musicians Hangout is brought to you by Bushmills Black. Bushmills Black.
An apple juice.
That's how we stay.
It'll get you drunk.
That's how we stay warm in here.
We do
Oh.
drink, but we're kind of a whiskey, but we're not like shots. We sip. We're
sipping.
distinguished.
Sippers. I like that.
Out of about our.
We are
Classy. Yes. I got you.
record.
So did you guys play Lake Fair last year?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
yeah, we did.
My bandmate said that you guys rock and that
Yes.
you played for him last year. It's Troy Anderson.
Right on. Hey, Troy.
Hey,
He
Thanks,
is
yeah,
my
we-
bandmate in IPK.
That is so awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Then we played. Oh, we got a trophy.
oh, we did. Wait, what? We did.
Speaking of
which,
everything's just all.
Award-winning musicians.
Yeah. We won a trophy.
we did
ah, shit. Look at that.
for all of Lake Fair.
Okay. That's awesome.
That
A
is
bass
really
clef would have been cooler.
A bass clef, he says.
So,
Like,
Dude, I'd mount that on my drum kit. Like, yep, I got an award. My whole band did.
So what is your genre? What style music is the Ripple Effect?
well, you have to like start broad and narrow it down. It's obviously rock.
Rock and roll.
Obviously rock and roll.
Got it. Yeah.
It's
we play both kinds of music, country and western.
but it's kind of a. I would call it kind of a dark, kind of a modern alternative.
Yeah.
Somebody
Okay, what the hell
introduced
is
us
modern
as
alternative? Like, I'm an old school girl. It's like, it's either alternative or it's modern. Uh-oh. That froze up again.
Oh, that's okay. They'll come back to us.
What is modern?
I see Justin over here, though. Bass clefs are cooler. The chat room. I love you guys. You just crack me up sometimes.
Who is Justin?
Who are you, Justin? Must be a friend.
Oh,
Hi,
hey.
Justin.
Welcome back. Justin says that bass clefs are cooler.
Yep.
Of course they are.
We don't. Hey, Justin. Glad to have you aboard. I am a traitor, though, because I was a bass player for 28 years, and then I discovered the wonderful, magical world of drums.
Do you still have your hearing?
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. I'm so horrible. I never wear earplugs, ever.
Oh,
Because
That
the
snare
sound isn't
crack and
directed at me.
the
It's going somewhere else. So, but
man, I'm gonna get you some. They've got some that they filter the
Yeah,
decibels.
and I keep hearing about those,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just worried that once I put earplugs in, I'm not going to be able to hear.
Oh,
Because
you just wait. You just
A
wait.
lot of times I have a hard enough time hearing the stuff I need to hear because the sound guy is always putting stuff I don't need to hear in the monitors, and he doesn't understand.
Yes, I understand.
Like the last place I played, the Columbia City Theater. Oh, they left again. Oh, they're back.
We're back.
When I said I needed more bass in my monitor, he gave me
You
more
want
kick drum. And I'm like, well, okay, cool, thank you, I guess. I mean, it sounds better. I mean, now I can actually hear my kicks, and that did help.
Okay.
But I needed to hear Anthony. Like, I need bass guitar. Like, bass.
I need
Yeah.
your bass.
Like, not my kick. Like, bass, bro. But he was pretty
Live music is forever. It's such an elusive. Good sound live is just the hardest thing to nail down because it's like sometimes you just nail it and you're just lucky.
And the weird thing
And
is,
other times it's like you can't hear yourself and somebody says, "Oh, you were too loud," or they say, "I couldn't hear you. I could hear the bass player too loud, guitar player too loud." It's elusive. It sucks.
And a lot of times, depending upon which band I'm playing with, like if I'm playing with my band Fatal Butterfly, I need to hear bass more.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dominant instrument that I need to follow. In my band IPK or International Punk Kings, I need to listen to the guitar more. So, because that's the dominant one that I need. Sorry, bass, but
We have a
the bass player is used to it.
And I'm also starting a new band called Distal Chaos, and it's only drums and guitar right now. So, yeah.
Nate, you busy?
Yes, he's busy.
Yeah, Nate.
He is permanently busy.
You got plenty of time.
You know some old school punk?
Right over.
Nate has a question.
In fact, you don't know his name. His name's not really Nate.
John Doe.
Great name.
John.
So there's
Great Lincoln.
Oh, yeah. Who is your favorite bass player of all time? Nate.
Wait. Rush.
That's showing up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
very good.
Getty
So
Lee.
you're making people do math.
I don't know that stuff was like in and out.
Think
Geddy
about those
Lee.
people who don't know. Think about the youngsters who live in this world and don't know somehow by the magic of retardedness. Sorry, I'm not mean that.
Sorry.
I mean it in like my way, but that they don't know Rush because I'm sorry, that's a little retarded. That, and I don't mean that like with people with disabilities. I'm just saying that. You know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. I'm not politically correct.
Yeah, well, they don't know who Rush is.
Right.
Yes.
Who was it who Billie Eilish didn't know? It was like Van Halen or something she'd never heard of.
Oh,
Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, it was one of these bands. It was something like Van Halen or something. Billie Eilish didn't know, and half the people in the world laid an egg. And then like Eddie Van Halen or whoever came out and said, "Yeah," and she's like 19. So what? She doesn't know about it.
17, I think.
yeah.
Whatever the hell old she is.
Unless your
I
parents are
feel like
playing
it's
it.
your parents' responsibility
Yeah, that's what I
to
say.
introduce you to the great musicians of the world.
Right?
I mean, my kids know who the hell Rush is. They know who a lot of people are. And still they listen to dubstep, you know.
I listen to everything.
Beat. Can't really knock it.
Did Eddie Van Halen know who Billie Eilish was?
And
I don't know who Billie Eilish is.
I don't remember if it was Eddie Van Halen or who it was. You remember? Was it Van Halen that she didn't know? It was. Okay, yeah. I think like his kid knew that who Billie Eilish was or something. But
Yeah.
but the point was that dude was really cool about it and was like, yeah, I'm not offended whatsoever that.
Right.
Where can I find this Billie Eilish? Like, is she on the radio?
Yeah, here's the
I
thing.
don't know who it is.
Nowadays,
Well, that is
you get
because I don't
everything on
listen to
YouTube.
the radio.
Everything
like,
is on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and you've got you
So
put her name in, and yeah, that's how I mean, I'd heard her name
She
before.
was
she
on, I think, the
good?
season premiere at SNL this year.
It
Bad
I
was.
Guys
heard
Win.
about
Yeah.
it.
She did not know Van Halen. I looked it up.
That was okay.
Yep,
Kidding
it was
me.
Van
She's
Halen.
17. It's okay.
That's not okay in my book. Like, it's just not okay. My dad was very responsible.
Yeah, he
He
was.
took me to my very first concert. You want to know what that was? ZZ Top at the Tacoma Dome.
Lucky you.
I saw them at Puyallup Fair years and years ago.
This is like way
Loverboy.
back in the 80s.
Right on.
I felt
Wow.
bad because this band called The Unforgiven opened up for ZZ Top and they got booed off the stage.
Oh,
I've never seen that before.
Did they deserve it?
Never, ever seen that ever happen again in my life.
Well, you're lucky. My parents only took me to the symphony.
Oh, I used to play for the Denver Junior Symphony. So I was in the symphony. So yeah, no, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it. But it actually made me a better bass player when I got older. When I just got tired of playing viola and just wanted to switch it up. Then I played cello. Then I did stand up. Stand up, man. If you could play a stand up bass, you can play any bass. I feel like.
yeah.
It's the biggest
Yeah,
fret.
that's on my bucket list. I love to play in an orchestra pit for musicals, and playing an upright bass is kind of important to be able to do that. Like,
Oh,
I'd always love to, like, Rocky Horror Picture Show is one of my favorite. I'd love to play in an orchestra pit for Rocky Horror Picture Show. Love Hamilton, and there's
That's
Nice.
fun.
Les Mis. There's lots of
Yeah, I
Hamiltons
played
I'd
it.
love to do.
I played in the band for production of Godspell. Super
Yeah,
fun. And I learned a ton because the music, the guy, the main music organizer guy was the keyboard player, and he was like 22 years old and just fresh out of like a master's degree in
Wow.
music, and he was amazing. He was the best musician. Sorry, like pure musician that I've ever worked with, and I learned a ton, and it was super fun, and it was a different kind of experience. But anyway,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
It's great to
That's a lot
put
of fun.
yourself
Jesus.
out there.
Jesus Christ Superstar, right?
No,
Oh
I
my
did.
God, I love
Godspell,
Jesus
Christ
which
Superstar.
is- what the hell was going on in the early 70s?
I don't
with
know.
all the Jesus, this, and I mean,
I went to gospel.
not that I have a problem with Jesus,
Right. It's just a lot.
but it was just weird that what's all the hippies and the Jesus musicals in the 70s. I don't know what happened.
Drugs, man.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Of course,
LSD.
makes perfect
Yep.
sense.
Right.
Good LSD back then. And thank you, Dr. Leary. Oh, God.
so where are you guys at? So we know that you are in your jam room, but where are you guys located?
Just south of Ole, and it's technically Tumwater, but Ole.
Oh, okay.
I am in Lake Stevens.
Oh, right on. Yeah, up north.
Gee, what if she has snow?
And I am in Squim.
Squim. Love Squim. Yeah, no, I love the peninsula.
No, me too. I
Like
love
Port
it.
Townsend is one of my favorite places in the whole
Oh
world.
yes, Port Townsend.
But Squim, I love Squim. Squim is you're in the rain shadow there.
Yes,
You love
I
Squim.
am. So we got snow, but we didn't get as much snow as everyone else around us. So because of the rain shadow, so that was nice. Yeah. So yeah, we're all in different locations. We like to highlight that live so that we can show how StreamYard works. Like we could literally stream anyone from anywhere in the world as long as they have a good Wi-Fi connection, a microphone, and a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we can have up to 6 cameras and 4 in the green.
So
room.
not Puyallup. They don't have an internet connection yet.
All your connections.
But it also works on any device. Like it works on phones, tablets or laptops, desktop, it doesn't matter. With
How we doing on the
Google
Blackbush?
Hangouts, we couldn't use cell phones or no, it was tablets we couldn't use.
No. Yeah, that's right.
No.
On the last platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to StreamYard. In fact, we got some exciting news right before we connected with you guys tonight that on our YouTube channel, we are at 99 subscribers. So everybody in the chat room, if you have not subscribed to Musicians Hangout on YouTube, please do. We're trying to break 100.
Do it now.
Do it now. Because you could be
Help us break 100.
97.
subscribers.
We were 97. I didn't subscribe.
You could be 100. Do it from your
That's
phone.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wait,
No pressure.
hold on. I want
Don't
to
do it, or you'll crash my Wi-Fi. Whatever.
What am I doing?
We are at 100.
YouTube.
We are at 100.
I missed
Oh,
100.
man.
YouTube.
YouTube?
We love you guys.
So thank you everyone on
Wow.
YouTube for subscribing.
I don't care. I don't really care. Really
This
much.
has been quite the journey. I gotta say, like, it's pretty awesome. I can't believe we're, this far in 31 weeks.
Yeah, congratulations. Well, that's a
We
that's
were
a
just excited like when we got like 7 subscribers. We're like, oh my god! And then when it got to 15, like we just lost it. We were like, oh my god!
15, man.
Now we're at 100.
Yeah.
100. Cheers.
All right.
Thank you
Cheers
for
to
the
100.
Yes, cheers.
Congrats.
And thank
To
you
the
for supporters
congratulations.
members.
on YouTube. We cannot wait to continue to bring awesome musicians to the world.
Yeah. Thanks for being on the show as guests, because the more people we have on the show and connect with, the more we're building this brand and we're building our community network with other musicians. So
Yes, and you're getting your name out there. I mean, that's what it's about. It's promoting you guys as a band, having people come to your shows, and we're just trying to help musicians because this is a hard industry.
Yeah.
We're paying for free tickets and like $15 at the door. I mean, and they're getting stingy about the drink tickets. It used to be 2, now we get 1.
I know.
Everything goes in waves, though.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
really
it's like
depends on the venue.
I watched a did you guys ever see the movie Weedle's Groove?
No, but I heard about it.
It was a movie about the disco scene in Seattle in the early 70s.
Oh, wow.
Or not the disco scene, before the disco. It was like the funk scene
Yeah.
in Seattle in the early 70s. And there were all these bands in Seattle. It's an amazing funk scene, all these incredible bands. Actually, the most famous alumni of which is Kenny G, but that's another story.
okay.
Oh, get the hell out of
He was in
here.
a funk band in Seattle anyway. But
Kenny
if
G,
you watch, I'm sorry, go ahead. No,
the trumpet, was it trumpet? What does he play?
he was a sax guy.
Next.
That's right, saxophone.
Sax guy. That's right. But anyway,
Just making sure.
the point is, so what happened was in the 70s, this is in the late 60s, early 70s, the funk is just going crazy and people are coming out to the clubs. This is what people are doing on the weekend, is going out to the clubs to see funk bands.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then around the middle of the 70s, the DJs come in with the disco music.
I love disco. I'm not even ashamed to say that.
That's fine. But now people want to go where the DJ is.
Right.
They're not listening to the bands anymore. Does this sound familiar to anybody who was around in the 90s?
Right.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So people were going to where the DJ was.
Mm-hmm.
Bands couldn't make $1 anymore. Everybody had to go back and get regular jobs.
Still correct.
Those
today.
of us who grew up in the 80s remember what happened in the early 90s. It became the thing to do in Seattle to go out and see bands. It was pandemonium in Seattle. Everybody had a great time.
Everybody was in a band.
you could
We
play
had
to
a
a full
million
room
freaking
on
venues.
a Thursday night, and that was awesome for a while. I moved to Seattle in '98. At the tail end of that, a couple years later, it was like bands are just scratching for any kind of a. It sucked, and it's getting better. And so I think it goes in waves. And I think in a couple of years, I think we're going to be back to where more people are going out on a Friday night, and that's what they want to do. They want to see a live band. They want to see new music.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
When I go out, I just want to see live music.
Mm-hmm.
We have a question from one of our viewers right now. And it's, what's your guys' creative process like? Any new music coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Always new music coming up. Usually what happens, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What's your process like?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, usually what happens is that between myself and Terrell and Nate, we'll come up with the bones of a song, the bones of the music. And Maria will come, and Maria creates the whole melody. She writes all the lyrics, and we'll adjust the structure of the song. We'll kind of come up with a rough structure.
I got
you. Right. No.
And Maria comes up with the song, and we adjust so that it around her melody and her vocal ideas. And we write pretty quick.
We do. We write really quick. And what happens with me, I mean, everybody's going to be different. Everyone's going to have their own idea of how that creative process is. I mean, we all listen to Kelly, and all of a sudden it's kind of like I said, it's whatever is on my mind, burning in my heart, whatever it is. I'll have this picture, and then I'll just record every little whatever he's playing, and then I'll go home and I don't know how to write. I like with notes, but I have my own little method, and it's like connecting the dots and then putting sections and then creating sections and then adding lyrics to those sections. And then we come back and mesh it together and it works great. It just, whatever we're doing is working.
Yeah.
I know you like to record it and go home and practice and come up with your part as well. I mean,
like my thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start with a little jam at practice. We'll just jam on a little riff, and then it'll be horrible. If you try to record it the first time,
I've recorded many.
It'll be terrible. But then I'll take it. See, I'll remember the riff, and then I've got this little toy. It's actually my wife's little toy guitar.
Yeah.
It's about like this. It's a little bit bigger than a ukulele, and it's got a mermaid painted on it, and it sits by our bed. Yeah, about that size, but it's acoustic. It's acoustic.
Oh, okay.
The little mini guitars.
And I'll work with that, and I'll refine that riff to okay, that doesn't work, and I'll refine it, and I'll bring it back to the band. The next practice a little bit more streamlined, and we'll record that, and Nate will come up with something fucking perfect and fantastic, and then Terrell and I. Terrell just likes to play. Terrell keeps his drums here. He lives in an apartment, so he can't play at home. So he'll come over on the weekend sometime, and we'll just work on this stuff, just he and I sometimes, and just get those bones, kind of refined, and then we bring it back to them, and and it's a pretty quick process. I mean, it doesn't. It takes from start to finish. I mean, a month, and we've got a really well refined song.
Yep,
that's good. Hey, Fernando.
That's good.
Gotta say hello to Fernando.
Yeah.
I named my cat after the ABBA song, Fernando.
After the ABBA, which ABBA song?
Fernando.
I just did Dancing Queen. And Super Trooper.
Oh yeah. Forgot about Super Trooper.
Check it out.
So
I just like saying his name, Fernando.
I do too. I like saying it.
You gotta roll your R's.
Fernando.
He's stressing me.
No.
He says, I made my appearance on the side.
Do you have any more questions for us, my dear?
Well, I'm going to go into music news.
Oh, yeah, you got some music news going on.
I'll be right back with you guys with some more questions, definitely.
All right, music news.
All right. So, music news for... hold on. Notebook's getting thick.
Hi, Rich.
I know.
For January 22nd, Really sad news in the rock world as of yesterday. Ozzy Osbourne revealed that he has Parkinson's disease. Stage 2.
I kind of knew it though.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell by the way he was talking because you couldn't anything he said. He's like Sharon, but that is really super sad.
Well, and I know that the family disclosed that they've been hiding it for a year, but I saw him back in 2013 and he was moving slow and shuffling around the stage, and you could kind of see that he's been battling this progression for a while.
That's
So
still really sad.
he spoke out to Good Morning America yesterday, and he said it has been terribly challenging for him and his family. And I'm a huge Ozzy fan. One of my influences is Ozzy Osbourne. And I just wanted to give him a shout out because, I know he had a really rough year. He had that accident in the ballroom of his house last year, and it hospitalized him. And that's when most of this Parkinson's disease was discovered and came to the surface. So prayers out to him and his family. Aerosmith is in a bit of a tough spot as they move forward without their drummer, Joey Kramer. A court case had been filed by Kramer to sue the band after excluding him from the Grammys performance.
Well, I mean, I can't really.
Some things going on there for quite some time. So
I would be a little pissed off if my band went to the Grammys without me too, especially since I'm the one that freaking got them there.
Right, but he's been on some kind of hiatus for 6 months, so they didn't quite know what was going on, and they put out this was not right. They put out auditions for a drummer to perform at the Grammys without consulting him, and that would have been hurtful.
Here's the thing too. Aerosmith for so long was the band that we're the same band that's been together since 70 whatever. Mm-hmm. And now they're like, oh, on Craigslist looking for a new drummer or whatever. Craigslist.
They know exactly what it's like then. So
I remember they're making them audition for their audition. I think he's one of the people that can audition for his own job. He's upset about that. He's suing them or something.
That's nice. That's nice.
So you read
don't call us. We'll call you.
So yeah, he was invited to audition for his own part.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
So the judge ruled that in favor of the band, actually stating that Kramer had not made a convincing enough case and that they can move forward without him. So that's the plan, is they're going to move forward and perform at the Grammys 2020 without Kramer. So many odd angles here.
Oh, shit.
All right. So this year,
I didn't. It's fine. Hi, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the USA Rock Festival. Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, and Rob Zombie are headlining with other bands to perform in Hailstorm, Ice Cube, Papa Roach, Chevelle, Anthrax, Avatar, and Hell Yeah.
So wait a minute. Limp Bizkit's back together?
Who asked for this?
We get paid enough.
Releasing tapes a couple years ago.
I did that.
Now I'm going to release it on tape exclusively.
I think they were a little after the tape era, but definitely the CD. But yeah, I thought they were history way, way back in the day.
I thought I highlighted that Limp Bizkit was going to go on tour in 2020.
Oh, maybe you didn't.
I highlighted that last summer, but I'll have to check my notes again and use the Google, because I think I remember Limp Bizkit announcing that they were going to do some kind of.
Maybe I just forgot.
Everybody's doing something in 2020, including Pearl Jam. Any Pearl Jam fans out there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Their new single is really good.
Yeah, it
I was
is.
just going to say, they just released their single, Dance of the Clairvoyance. Oh, wait. Clairvoyance is... Did I say that right?
Dance of the Clairvoyance.
Thank you. I knew I'd mess that up when I wrote it out. I was like, oh no. I actually listened to it. It's a true fusion of techno, dance music, and the band's funky grunge style.
That's cool. They used to be the band with all one name song.
So wait, so it's dubstep Pearl Jam then?
Now it's a sentence.
It's got a little bit of a
paragraph or
a little bit of a Talking Heads vibe to it. They got Stone Gossard playing the bass on it, which is kind of weird, but it's definitely very different.
Yeah, you got
I've never heard from them.
It's super different.
That's cool. I mean, that's
so
cool.
Nate, you heard it, you dig it?
Huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're good.
Nate,
Well, that's good.
You listened to the single, you liked it?
Yeah, I listened to it like 5 times already today.
I liked it.
Sweet. Yeah, I read a little bit about how they wrote the song, and it was interesting. They wanted, Eddie wanted to, write kind of a club style techno music, and he tried some ecstasy to see if that would help him write. And he said that it didn't exactly help him write, but it was fun.
Okay. Don't recommend it. But
Eddie.
He thought that's how to capture this style of music. Maybe that's how other artists do this. So he tried that. He was like, not recommended.
He was the biggest rock star in the world in the 90s, and he never did ecstasy. That's what he doesn't know what ecstasy is about?
I don't know if he's never tried it, but it sounded like, he was trying to relate with some of the artists that write that type of music. So he was doing this as an experiment.
Their new album's coming out March 27th. I think it's called Gigatron. They haven't announced any Seattle dates. I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, they come back to Seattle. I saw them last time they were here a couple of years ago. Saw them at Safeco.
Nice.
Did you get to see Temple of the Dog?
I was in the Ticketmaster queue trying to get tickets and was really upset I didn't get a ticket to go see Temple of the Dog.
Dude, I tried for the second date too, and I didn't get in. And I'm really bummed I didn't, because I'm a huge Chris Cornell fan. So
yes,
yeah, super bummed about that. Speaking of Chris Cornell, was it week 20 we had Spoon Man?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just about 10, 11 weeks ago, we had Spoon Man on the show.
Artist.
Yeah.
Yes, artist.
Yep, artist.
Amazing man.
He was pretty cool. Yeah.
I really want to have him on the show again too.
Yeah, we should. I met him a few years ago, and I did some busking with him on the street. And my husband's actually friends with him too, so I keep up with him. He's pretty cool.
Super down to earth guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of the Soundgarden video, but the guy's really cool. The guy's really
he's seen a lot, been through a lot. He's a veteran. He's really passionate about that.
Yeah,
really cool dude. All right, so I got some more questions for y'all. I wanted to hear some stories from you about some of the best shows you played, or maybe, the strangest venue you've been to.
In this band?
Yeah. Well, maybe
ever?
not in this band, but ever. Yeah. Yeah. You can share all sorts of stories during story time.
I like playing in Seattle. That's pretty cool.
So I used to be in a band called Cowhammer back in the day.
Oh, Cowhammer.
Cowhammer's claim to fame is that about 2 guitar players before me, there was a guitarist named Adrian, who is now the guitarist for Hell's Bells.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I know Hell's Bells. Yes.
Yeah, and so we used to get to the bass player in that band. It was a 3-piece. It was myself, Jordan, the bass player, and whatever drummer we had at the time. And he booked at the Ballard Firehouse, and we used to get to open for all these people who would come through, and it was like, at the Firehouse in the early thousands, late 90s, early thousands, it was kind of the people who were like at the time kind of like a little bit passe or it was like the 80s rockers or whatever who were still doing their thing. So I got to open for like Quiet Riot and Sebastian Bach and whatever. And we used to get to go downstairs because he was buds with the owner, this guy Louis, this crazy guy Louis, who owned the Ballard Firehouse at the time. He also owned a place up in he owned 2 Louis or whatever in like Mount Vernon or something. Anyway, and we used to get to go downstairs. The Ballard Firehouse was really a firehouse. It was a firehouse at one point, and there was like the room where the fire people, they were men at the time, but a long time ago. But anyway, where they would sleep, and that was like the green room. Oh, there was like an elevator to go upstairs. Yeah. Anyway, we used to get to hang out there. We get to hang out with like with all these people who had been kind of like at the time not like at the top of the charts or whatever. It was like guys from Tesla came through in a band called they were actually in a band called Sofa King or whatever. They were the guys from Tesla minus like one guy or whatever. We got open for all these people. Like I got open for Canned Heat or whatever. But that collectively is my story. I've got a lot of stories from Cowhammer more than anything else, but I'll yield the floor.
We might want to hear some more of those, though. That was a really fun time in Seattle, it sounds like. And my question was, did the venue still have the fireman's pole?
No, there was no pole.
Okay.
We had a pole.
There was no pole.
You do.
I seen it. I saw it. It's over by the drum kit, kind of.
Yeah.
See?
Part of the
paying attention.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
What's your craziest show?
My craziest?
What's your weird, your best?
The ones I remember.
Your show.
Best, weird, crazy, whatever. Memorable. Which usually
I really enjoyed playing in Seattle. I don't think we went on until like 12:30. But everyone stayed. It was great sound. We were in a kind of a speakeasy. What was the name of the venue?
Ooh, that's
Ballard Yacht
Club.
Yeah,
the Yacht Club.
The Ballard Yacht Club.
Thinking of the Rendezvous.
I'm thinking of the Rendezvous.
The Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I love that
place.
And unlike Olympia, you go out at 1:00 and it's still live outside. There's people everywhere
and rats.
Yes, and they fight in the
Believe me, there are rats here.
Yeah, we just don't get
I
to
can
see
show
them.
you some.
I've never seen so many rats at the Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, it was a lot of support. Bart, Big Blue Van, he has promoted us in the beginning like so hard and invited us to many, many things. It was great.
Cool.
We've been playing at O'Malley's here in Olympia and Ole Underground, and played out at Rife Fest, and Rife Stock both, for a couple of years. And I really appreciate him and his support, and just everyone in Olympia who has supported us. Just want to give a shout out to them. I hate using that word, but I just did.
Yeah.
What did I just do? I said that. I want to thank him. Thank him from the bottom of my heart. Again, it's an equal exchange of energy. What they, their reaction, it's back and forth. And I love Olympia. I love being here. I really, truly believe that being raised in Olympia has given me my formative opinion, and I'm very, very happy about that.
My hometown is actually Centralia. So, and
Right down here, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a Lewis County girl.
Right.
And our big scene way back in the 90s was in Olympia. Because that's where, like, we had the State Street Theater, we had everything down up there from Centralia.
Yeah, but Olympia was a happening town in the 90s. You had Slater Kinney came out of here. Yeah. You had C Average. You had all
the you had
Hill. You had a bunch of people came out of Olympia, and there's still a bunch of bands. My stepson is 21. So
dude, the biggest one yet is Mudhoney. Mudhoney is an Olympia band.
Oh, I did not realize that. I always think of them as a Seattle band because they were all friends with Honor.
They originated at Evergreen State College. They're an Olympia band.
Right.
Yeah, no, but see, yeah, Olympia has always been a great art and music town.
Right.
Olympia
It
is
really
awesome.
has. And if
Yeah,
we
we'll
really
do it
wanted to go big
backstage.
time,
Yeah,
then we
I
would go
remember
to Seattle for the shows, like the big shows. But you know, you had to have a fake ID because we weren't 21 then. So,
Sure.
Right.
but
I used to walk down Cooper Point Road. I lived on the end of Cooper Point.
oh
And
yeah,
there
yeah.
was no bus. It was just whatever. So I would hitchhike up and down Cooper Point Road. But as I'm walking, I could hear, whenever I heard live music, bands practicing, I just go up, knock on the door. Hey, got a band practice going on?
Oh,
And I got to meet a bunch of really great musicians in this city.
That's cool.
oh, there's you know, as you're going up the hill towards the mall, not the Black Lake Mall, but the other
Yeah.
mall.
We know the
Up on the
Yeah.
hill by Cooper Point Road, your guys' mall, up by Rainy Day Records and stuff. You go down the hill just a little bit, there's that storage shed. If you're going
Right.
downhill, it's going to be on the right hand, but if you're going uphill, it's going to be on the left hand side. That's where we used to all jam, all of us.
Yeah.
Nirvana, Mudhoney, like we all had these little
Yeah.
just storage sheds that we just like nail up some
It was
fun.
Mud Bay Drive, Mud Bay Road.
Yes, Mud Bay Road. Exactly. Yep, that's the
Yeah, I think my first band I was in was like total punk, and it was in one of those things down there.
Yep.
Mud Bay.
But you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Storage sheds, man. That's the way. And it's so funny because today we still use storage sheds as a place to practices. Like my boyfriend is at his band practice tonight at a storage shed because it's heated and your stuff is safe and it has alarms and it's cheap.
Only practice.
Makes sense.
yeah.
Hey, who's Matt Klein? He says, "Hey, big sis."
That is my little brother.
Ah,
I said, hey, Maddie. I said, hey, little brother.
yay! And then we got another question here from Sarah Ick. Sarah Ick?
Saharik.
Saharik, thank you.
I'm just guessing now. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Have you ever just blanked during a performance and forgot how to play a particular song or forgot the lyrics? And what do you do if that happens? I can tell you what I
Yeah.
do.
Take it to make it, baby.
Yep, that's exactly what I do.
Make up words.
I sing whatever verses I can remember,
Yep.
and I just fake the rest of it.
Yep.
What
Yeah,
about
you got to get good at doing that.
Yep.
And that's kind of to answer that question. You got to get good at doing that.
As long as
And
you rhyme at
get
the
back
end.
My biggest thing is I get like if we get going and I'm just especially if it's a really good show and I'm just ecstatic and
Right.
whatever, and I just forget, oh, where in the hell are we in this song? Are we
Right.
at the third verse where we're about to go into a bridge,
Yeah.
or are we at the second verse and we don't? And
That's what
and,
you
yeah,
gotta do.
and you nailed it. It's you gotta practice enough where you can fake it. Everybody's got to practice enough so they know that, oh, Kelly screwed up. Kelly missed the whatever
But
second
don't let anyone
chorus,
know.
so
Right.
we're going right into the bridge because Kelly screwed up.
Yep.
So
I'm
that's
songs
I'm
get
actually
shortened
guilty
that way.
of when I'm
yeah, I know.
Songs
I
get
know exactly
shortened.
the show you're talking about too.
I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
we
For me,
lost
it's
a
like,
whole
I know
couple
exactly.
verses.
And I don't wanna
Sometimes
go
I
into
just
it.
go into
I know exactly what
autopilot.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just
Sometimes I
skipped
just
a
go
whole
into
verse
autopilot when I'm
and right
playing.
into it.
And I forget where exactly in the verse I am, and I'm the one that tells everyone where in the verse we are. And if I
Oh,
forget, and I'm just like, oh my god, what did I just play? Did I play
In
the
that
snare or
case,
the
though,
top?
everybody
The snare or
else
the
is following
top?
you. So if you
Usually
practice enough, they'll be
and
like,
I'm the one that has to get the fill to let everybody know we're changing here. And
Yeah.
if I forget, like,
yeah, but you just gotta go back to your last safe kind of place where everybody knows where you're
I
at.
like kind of
Because they'll
quiet
follow.
down just a little bit to figure out where they're at. Are they going to change? Okay, we're going to change. We got one more. Oh, okay, I can do it now. But yeah, I'm so guilty about that. I am so guilty about it because I'm the kind of drummer that I have to go on autopilot. So I'm just like looking at stuff on the stage, Ooh, those are some bright lights. I can't see anybody faces in the crowd. Oh, simple time. Like I have to go on autopilot, but I'm still kind of actively hearing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I forget to count, and that's bad.
Yeah. Well, that happens though. I mean, it's like you get, and you're just enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
And you forget, and you forget to think for a minute because you're so entranced.
Right.
And that's why I always have my lyrics, like my set list and my lyrics on my phone on my mic stand, because
that was
if I close my eyes and I mean I can get taken to a different place, and I need that to come back, because a lot of times I will lose myself.
Yeah.
And here, I sing and play 2 cover songs. The first song that I do is called "A Mission" by Pussifer. I have to like close my eyes and sing it. That's the only way I can focus on the lyrics. But the second song, the second one that I do by Yacht is called "Dystopia," and it's so weird that I can never remember the order of everything. So I have like the lyrics and everything just like taped to my tom.
Yeah.
So I have to like play and read at the same time. I'm horrible.
Maria, did you have a specific attachment for your stand for your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
I thought so. I remembered that. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, see, you just put your phone in here like this.
Oh my goodness.
And this actually comes in different sizes. You can put an iPad on here, you put a freaking computer on here, it depends. This is the one I use.
You can't see it.
You can't see it?
You can't see it. It's basically invisible against the black.
An iPad's a lot more.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
I can see it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's turn around the other way.
Oh, well, son of a gun, whatever. So this is what I use. And it's just, it's just simple for me.
Yeah.
But even though, I mean, I have to admit, even though I've written the lyrics, it's, I lose them.
Yeah.
They go away.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. I have the picture. But it's all about being quick on your feet, and being able to add and create lyrics even though they're not there.
I was just going to say, do you just like create new lyrics?
Of course.
Or do you like sing another verse that you possibly have already sang before?
Not usually. I usually sing something new, which is sometimes turns out amazing. And I like, I wish I knew what that was. But then I just pick it up a little bit later.
That's cool.
Doesn't happen very often. But
what about you, Maxine? You ever lose your place sometimes?
I haven't done that in a long time because we've played these songs so often, and we wrote a lot of them 10 years ago. So it happens less often than it did earlier on. But when that happens, I either repeat a chorus or a verse, depending on where I am. And it's gotten harder to do that because I have really hardcore fans that know all of the lyrics and know where we're at. And they'll call me out on it. They'll, buy me a drink after the set, and they'll say, man, when you went into that, you said I was like, I know that happened.
I usually look at my daughter. She's at every show. So I always look at her because she's singing them. She does.
That's awesome.
That is awesome
that your daughter comes to every show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. When we play in Seattle, she'll drive up. Anything, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Do you guys play the North End very often?
Only like a couple of times.
We played Skylark. We've played
like 3 times. We played Skylark. We played the Ballard Yacht Club, and we played one other. Yeah, only a couple of times. I used to live up there, so I've kind of got like some connections, but we haven't been up there much. It's a long way now.
Oh, come on.
I get it. I travel far everywhere that I play.
You can swim.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Everywhere, almost 3 hours. One direction.
Right.
When I came to see you guys, I stayed at a bed and breakfast right down the street, the Maria, and it was gorgeous, and I loved it. And I could just walk to O'Malley from there, and Oh
There's
man.
a big breakfast over there on the
Yeah.
west side. I did not know that.
Oh, and it's beautiful. It's Victorian. It's
Where
Did you
is
go
O'Malley's at?
to?
where was O'Malley's at?
No,
Yeah.
did you go? Did you stay at the what is it called?
It's called
Stop.
the Maria.
The what?
Maria.
The Maria.
Just at your
You
place.
didn't hear this.
I'm on Union.
I met
Yeah.
Maria and I stayed at the Maria.
Yeah. But to answer your question, O'Malley's is at the bowling alley.
Yes, and that
It's the
was
bowling alley bar.
Alley.
because I love bowling and I love bowling alleys, and it was that 70s.
What street is it on? Is it on Slater Kinney?
It's on
Is
Henderson.
it on College? Is it on?
It's on Henderson it's on Henderson and like just close to like
Over by St. Peter's,
not
kind of?
Black Lake. What's that?
Oh, in Black Lake.
Yeah.
So Black Lake Boulevard,
Black Lake
Henderson.
Boulevard,
If Henderson will turn into Mud Bay.
By
I
the
know
way,
where. Yeah, no, I know where it's at now. No, I know
Yeah.
where it's at now. I'm like,
I think it was
oh,
like Harrison.
The grocery outlet, the gross out.
Is that Harrison or Henderson? thought
Am
it was
I wrong?
Harrison.
Harrison? Well, I don't know.
West Side, West Side Lane.
Dyslexic. Don't listen to me.
West Side Lane.
I was thinking
West Side
like more towards Lacey.
No, it's
No.
towards the mall. It's near the mall.
West Side.
Near
Gotcha.
the mall.
Okay.
West
Gotcha.
Side.
Oh, I know where it's at now. I know exactly where it's at. Over by Rainy Day Records.
Where
No.
Rainy Day used
No.
to be. No. Where Rainy Day used to be.
Now Rainy Day's on the west side.
No, now
No,
it's
Randy
It's always
downtown.
been on the
Downtown.
west side.
Now on the west side. Now it's downtown.
It's always been on the west side. Always. Just down the street
It
from
used
the
to be.
bowling alley. The bowling, like Rainy Day's here in the corner, and then you go a little bit down the street, and then there's that big bowling alley.
Yeah, Rainy Day moved to the downtown area.
And it was a big bowling alley. I got to say, I was like, where the heck is the bar? Like, I kept walking.
I've bowled in that bowling alley so many times.
Oh, it's so cool. It was a cool venue, a really cool bar, it was awesome. And correction, it was the Marie bed and breakfast. Sorry. The
Oh, that makes sense. You
So
wouldn't
it's
know
about
The
It's
Santa,
about-
the Maria,
3 or 4 blocks from the venue, and
Yeah.
just walk down the way, and it was a really
There's a lot of bed and breakfasts around here.
oh, it was so
Oh my gosh, is that glass shop still there though?
On the west side.
And which I don't know which one you're
The
talking about.
Rainy Day Records used to be. There used to be like a little head shop.
Yes, it is there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to know.
just had to know, reminiscing.
Well, yeah, because it's been an icon since I was a teenager. It was totally taboo to go there.
Yeah.
So
Tony's Variety.
weird,
Right?
like every time you go in
Tony's
there,
variety. Variety of.
Variety of.
it was not legal then. It was very taboo. Well, should we jump into your neck of the woods? Because I really have a lot to cover tonight. And thank you, everyone, for sending me your stuff. So, this is what's going on in your neck of the woods. So, January 25th at O'Malley's in Tacoma, not Olympia, we have the Stravinsky Riots and Kira Michelle. February 7th at the Swiss, Debbie Blackout has their CD release with Sweet Clarity and Our Friends in Hands of Deliverance. February 1st at the Black Zia, we have Primary Pulse, Slut Penguin, Downglow, and Patrick Taylor playing. January 24th at East Side Bar and Grill, and that's in Portland, Oregon. We have Reptilicus, Dead Nexus, Trojan Swamp Monster, and
Trojan Swamp.
Karaoke Bozo.
I know this.
April 8th at the Real Art Tacoma, we have the Head Shop High Rise, No Case, Erect Dane, Lavish, and Small Dat, brought to you by Small Dat Entertainment. March 18th at the Mercury, we have Particle Sun, Expervent, 2 Libras, and Orbital Fracture playing. February 15th, we at the Echo Valor, we have Scum Bag Entertainment doing Muddy G, Cosmetic Music, and First One and More. March 12th at Club Sir, YNT, Custom, and guests are playing. The Fun House, February 1st, we have our pals in Sin Circus. If you guys can, Sin Circus, who are friends in Metal Church, is the father of the guys in Sin Circus. He just got inducted into the Metal Hall of Fame recently.
Wow.
Anyway, Sin Circus, Christos, Self Kitsap, Infidels, Machinery of Universe, Octopus Attack Shark, and The Ugliest Man Alive is playing the Fun House. On February 8th at the Knitting Factory, Piper's Rush, Jacob Vanneau, and Chase the Sun are playing. Tonight at the Mercury, Schmutzhund, No Buffer, Antler Bag, and the Disorderlies are playing. And then on the 29th at the Mercury, DK0, Kryptonesia, Pill Brigade, and Seraphim are playing. On the 8th of February in Jolly's Cabaret, and this is in London, we have Vomit, Dixie Riot, The Black Widows, Cowpunk, Complete Dysfunction, and Hung Like Henratty are playing. And we have January 25th at Cat's West Side Stories, Toast. And the Bullet Hole Concept is playing. On January 25th at the Machine Shop, Potbelly, Bad Wizards, Wayward Youth, and Land the Wolves is playing. Then on February 21st at the Misdemeanor Meadows, Potbelly, Box Cutter, and Born Sick are playing. February 22nd at Lucky's Club, the Googans, Potbelly, and Box Cutter are playing. On February 29th at the Shakedown. Oh my God, I really want to go to this one. TSOL, Potbelly, Box Cutter, and Fully Crazed are playing. April 25th at the Filling Station, Potbelly, Bath Salt Brigade, and Goners UK are playing. March 14th at the Charleston, Crisis Actors Guild, Kids on Fire, Potbelly, Worth Nothing, Afraid of the Dark, Dad Bod, and Septic are playing. On March 14th in Airbus, Crimson Guardian, Wrecker, Cherry Bomb 13, The Melting, and Chemical Rage are playing. The High Dive, January 25th. Wasted in Black, which is a Pearl Jam tribute band, is playing with Nevermind, which is, you guessed it, Nirvana tribute band. The January 24th at Harrah's Casino in Las Vegas, we have 3 nights of Ghost Town Riders. So if you're in Vegas, definitely check them out. January 25th at the Plaid Pig, Accused AD, Coffin Break, Dust Mob, and Dad Bob are playing. On January 25th at Louis G's, Limberlost, Poker Face, which, you guessed it, Lady Gaga. Sweet Clarity, Late September Dogs, Kara Michelle, Sweet Thing, and the Stumblers. And this is for a show, an evening for Kevin Enlow, who is very sick in the hospital right now, has to have surgery. Funhouse, February 15th, Zox, Blood and Thunder, Siren's Reign, Living in False Eyes, Rain Devil, and Stricken are playing. February 8th, Skylark Cafe, Dead Drones, Red Sun, and Jaundice Beckman are playing. Louis G's, April 4th, Fallen Kings, Deadbeat Blackout, Apophis Theory, Hell's Burn Through Life, Parmesan, Six Gun Quota, Voodoo Death Gun, Harris Void, and Hands of Deliverance are playing. May 1st and 2nd at Tony V's, we have Woodshed, Paranesia, Blood and Thunder, Soul Instinct, Velvet Jupiter, Cryptonesia, Sovereign Citizen, and more playing. April 18th, Jackson Street Bar, House of Music. We have Incoming Days, Apophis Theory, Voodoo Death Gun, and more playing. January 25th at We Blue Inn, we have Blue Meadows, who is a Grammy Award winner, actually. February 14th, Groundhog's Day, we have at the third wheel, Limberlost, The Shrike, and Sarah Wild and the Watts are playing. And then on the 15th at Razzles, and I believe that is in Lewiston, Idaho. Again, Limberlost, The Strike, Sarah Wild, and the Watch are playing. Just a few more. Louis D's, January 31st, Cryptonesia, Face of Loki, Sunshine Wall, Barbarian Wasteland, and Massacre at the Opera are playing. January 25th, Cyberspace, Suitor, Florida Man, XRAWRX, and Thought are playing. On January 25th at Stradingers, Rockwell, Charged Up will be playing. And then on the 31st, they will be playing at Oscar's Roadhouse. And February 11th at the Central Saloon, we have Mental Tron de Jambe. And that is like a rock ballet. And then finally, February 7th at Tony V's, we have Voodoo Death Gun, my band Fatal Butterfly, and the Peregrine Dives playing at Tony V's again. And
all right.
Wait. There's one more. There's a couple more I forgot. Sorry. There's a lot to go over.
Okay.
We have Madcap and Death Fetish, who are playing on the 1st at the Brothers Gemini. And last but not least, Sin Circus has just recently released their new video called Sign Your Name, and you can find that on YouTube. So now, that's what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh, that took forever. But I love it. I love that, we have such a big turnout.
Yes,
Is this real life? Yes. Oh, we have Burke.
we have Burke. Hello.
He said, is this the real life or is it just fantasy? He mentioned triangle earlier.
I mentioned triangle earlier.
Hold on.
It started to be a question, and then he went off into something else.
He's been busy over here in the chat room.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is what we would call a troll. Is this a troll? Is this what we would call a troll?
What's a troll?
You're famous if you have trolls, right?
I know
Yeah,
what
I
troll
know.
is.
Wow.
Fuck with you.
Well, welcome, Burke.
There are definitely
Welcome.
trolls.
Yeah. Welcome, trolls. Welcome, trolls.
Sign your name across my heart.
Last question.
He's not a troll. He's a fan.
This Burke is fun. We like you,
I
Burke.
like Burke.
Bro, good.
He's pretty red.
Troll.
Sorry,
That was funny.
They're gonna get
Come
the
on.
time.
Don't chase
Okay.
the subscribers away.
So, speaking of shows that are coming up, what shows do you guys have coming up?
The only thing we got set up right now is March 13th at the Swiss in Tacoma.
Very cool. Nice.
Yeah, we're working on getting something set up with our friends. Oh, and I should say that our friends in Grim Statistic set that up. And
Yeah.
who the hell's the other? We know.
Yes.
With a surprise guest extra third band. But we're working on getting a show set up with perhaps Grim Statistic and our friends Craptastica at the
Octopus.
at Octopus or it might
might be at Ole Underground. They've got new owners.
Yeah, down here in Ole.
Yep, down here in Ole. We're gonna grab a few of the bands that we
Rhythm
have.
and Rye
Rhythm and Rye is possibility as well. Yep.
Yeah, so that's what we're working
on.
We're focusing on like fewer but better shows.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
I respect that.
Yep. What venues do you guys want to play?
Dude, well, that's really weird. I was looking for the Roman, the band.
It's all good.
I'll find it.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. Go next.
Yeah. But that's that networking thing. You know, you play a show with some friends, and they're friends of friends, and then you know, we're friends of some friends of mine. We're friends of Grim Statistic, and we get to be friends with them. We play a show with them, and they give the show. We get, so that's how that works.
I want to look them up. Grim Statistic, huh?
Oh, they're killer. They're so fun.
So can you see this? No. So it says Watch Rome Burn, Grim Statistic and us, Friday, March 13th at the Swiss.
I got them. I found them. Okay, I'm liking them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, networking.
Yeah. They're quite entertaining. Yeah. Very fun.
And there's a female.
Very good. I love that.
This thing.
The vocals. Woohoo!
Some of the time.
So my next question for you guys is, if you could play any venue in the world, where would you want to play?
Mm-hmm. That's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to start?
No, you.
Take it away.
And this is not out of the realm of feasibility. I want to play the Gorge. I just love.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yes, and I would love to play the Gorge. Even the second stage, I don't care.
Right.
It would be cool.
Yeah, you guys could probably do a festival or something out at the Gorge.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
I personally like to travel like far.
Wembley. Wembley. You want to play
I want to play in New York. I want to play in Australia. I want to.
That's very cool.
I like where she's at.
Yeah. That would be fun.
And we lost him again. That's okay. He'll be back.
He'll be back. We got something going on here. Do you map out a show's set list prior to going on stage, or will you change things around on the fly? Oh, that's a good question. We'll ask that when we get connected again. I like that.
Yeah.
You said 100, didn't you?
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Nate, where would you like to play?
Well, like I said earlier, I'd love to play in an orchestra pit for like a musical or something, but with these guys, I'm like in a rock setting, like key arena, like somewhere, I guess the Gorge, somewhere outdoors would be really cool.
I'd like to have Scott Lessman run sound. He's amazing.
Last year I saw Wolfpack there. That was a really cool venue. Kind of like the Gorge, but
it is beautiful out at Red Rock. I was born in Denver, so we used to go there for like school stuff, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I went there last May. It was snowing.
We had another question from the chat room over here. Here it is. Do you map out a show's set list prior to going on stage, or will you change things around on the fly?
Yeah, we'll put together a set list, but we usually put it together understanding that our set might be, we at some point we're going to have to say, hey, how much time we got left?
Yeah.
And so we'll change it if we don't have time to get through the set list we put together, which we usually don't.
We've had to do that several times.
Understandable. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by Joseph Kelly has something to add here. Let's see. Talking about venues, I think. The old Irvine Meadows Amphitheater. Oh, yes.
Where is that?
Irvine.
It's in Irvine.
It's in a meadow.
Irvine, California. Are we talking Irvine, California? Irvine, because I
so,
never.
yeah. I think it is in California.
I've never seen no meadow in Irvine, but you know.
Well, it sounds like it was rebuilt, possibly. Thank you, Joseph.
But I have been to the In-N-Out Burger in Irvine. So.
All right, I got another
style.
My next question for you guys is, what's your favorite way to listen to music? If I can listen to music any way that I possibly can, it's vinyl. I want to hear vinyl. So
Vinyl's amazing.
A lot of people, but
I'm a streamer.
Yeah, what do you prefer?
Yeah, depends on the music. For me, I can answer that real quickly. Some things I would rather listen to on vinyl. Most of my music I have on CD, but a lot of stuff, a lot of the best stuff that I have on vinyl, and I love to listen to it more than anything else. It kind of depends on what it is, but yeah, I love vinyl too for a lot of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Me too. But I stream a lot. I listen. Yeah, majority of what I listen to actually is no lyrics. It's instrumental. I like to focus.
Yes, I like that.
Vinyls. Most of my music I have on my phone, and I love my AirPods and just have them directly in my ears and can listen to everything very clearly, right in my ear hole.
Wow.
Oh, you're so fancy and 21st century with your AirPods there. It's the new hit thing with the kids, man. They all have them.
He's showing.
Got you back.
We're back.
Hi.
We're back.
Hi. You guys
AirPods.
Good job doing coming back into the studio really quickly. Good job. Don't worry about the technical difficulties. It's not musicians hang out without some. It's one of our segments.
It's just what we do.
Yeah, but it's what we do. We roll with it. So yeah, I was saying that it's really, 21st century to have those AirPods. All the kids have them. I'm a high school teacher, so I see this a lot.
I just turned 18.
Yes, you did.
All right, so let's see. What else do I have for you guys? I guess we didn't really finish up story time with everybody. Did Nate or Maria have any stories they wanted to share? Heard something. Well, Kelly,
embarrassing or successful?
Fan story. I think this was like
when I was
show story.
When I was in cover bands, I know. I mean, as you evolve in your band experiences, you know what and what not to do. So I remember one time I drank like wine. I was drinking wine, which I never will do again ever. I had a 2 show at the casino. Lucky Dogs Casino, and it was a cover band, and apparently they thought that I had failed. I was playing keyboard at the time, and the next night I come into the show, and they all look at me and they're like, "You're not drinking tonight." I go, No, I'm not drinking wine tonight. But anyway, it was. I thought it was successful because the next night I had at least 4 times the amount of people that came. So I must have did a good job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, people like, especially when you have an instrument, I have a keyboard or whatever, I've had people like falling into the keyboard. I've had to catch my keyboard as I'm on my way down. And it's so much better to be on stage.
Yeah.
That's whatever. Those are the bad stories.
That's all right. They're still stories.
That's okay. Those are
stories.
We can all relate, We can all with those awkward moments at shows, definitely.
Yeah.
On and off stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nate.
So Nate, got anything interesting or somewhat odd from shows? Any stories to share with us?
Every time I talk, the internet drops, so I'm afraid to talk.
That's like Kelly.
When I was 20, I played in a cover band called the Bastard Cats, actually called Big Daddy and the Bastard Cats. And we were playing at the South Pacific, which was in Tumwater, really close to where we're at now. I wasn't 21, so we hung out in the
restaurant.
No, we couldn't hang out.
Oh, you couldn't?
Well, we could. We had like a 6-pack. We had a little cooler with a 6-pack of Coors Light, and we're taking breaks in between because we couldn't hang out in the bar in between our sets. It was a cover band, and we played 4 sets. And I remember having good memories with the band. While all of us were underage, and as soon as we got done off the stage, we had to go outside, and we went in the work van where we had all of our equipment, or where we brought it all from, and we're drinking beers in the dark in this work van. And I guess that's.
I think I was there when you guys were playing.
Yeah,
that's
like
a long. I used to hang out there. Yeah. Yeah, it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, Dan used to have the sign that said. Like,
I love that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He got that sign. Somebody took it back from him. Yeah.
They're closed now.
They're closed. They no longer have live music. They no longer have anything.
They used to have, Sour Owl used to play, do an open mic there as well. It was a live open mic. It was really great.
Wow.
Yep.
Fun.
A lot of good music in Olympia.
Yeah, there is. Olympia's fun to play, and I've played at a couple places there, and I had a blast in Olympia. So I played Frankie's, and I played Lavoyer, the Lavoyer Club.
Lavoyer.
I played McCoy. I like McCoy's has like this S-shaped bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. McCoy's is awesome. Lavoyer, my stepson is always at Lavoyer. He's like a punk guy. He's always at Lavoyer.
It's cool. It's really cool. It's confusing because you walk in and you're like, where's the stage? And then you walk in further and you're like, wait, there's more. And then you keep walking. It's like the longest venue.
That's Olympia downtown. It's like Seattle downtown.
Yeah. McCoy's is great.
Yeah.
The Lavoyer, I remember the stage was like the size of a mattress.
Yeah.
Right? I played it. Cryptotropa. It's got a tiny little stage.
It's right there.
A friend of mine used to have a recording studio upstairs there.
These are all in the same block.
Yeah, they're all talking about
is literally on the
like
within a
same block.
Yeah, the Lavoyer stage was small, and they had a door right behind us. You know, that's where you load in, load out in the alley, and they didn't lock it. So a couple of people opened the door while I was on stage, and they're listening to us from behind us.
I've opened that door before.
That works. That works on here and all that.
It was me.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
You know,
I own Olympia.
Watch your shit down here, by the way, too.
Yes.
They will steal your shoelaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching our stuff very vigilantly while we were down there. Yeah.
Goodbye.
So we had other bands that were watching our stuff. So yeah. Gorgeous place to play though. I like the state capitol building, and it just seemed like, you know, it was right down the road from that. So I'm not that familiar with Olympia, but I think it's really pretty.
Yeah, no, I work in the building right across from the
street. Like everything's on 4th, 5th, and State.
Yeah,
everything you ever need to know. 4th,
yeah. It's not. It's a small town, but it's like got a big town edginess. It's cool. I love it. I lived in Seattle for a long time. I lived in DC. I've lived in a lot of places. I love Olympia.
I love Olympia. Like, that's where I, started my music career.
Right on. Yeah.
That was really cool. So Joseph Kelly says, that was a fun show. Shout out to Debbie Blackout and Dogger. So Joseph, you saw me. You saw us live because we closed that night. That's cool.
Yes.
That's awesome. That was a fun night. I probably met you. I meet a lot of people. You guys get that. We meet a lot of people out in the scene. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You said you guys hung out.
Yes, that's great. Did you open the door?
I've opened the door.
You all opened the door.
I have.
I love that.
Meow meow. Come here.
So we've got about 20 minutes left, and I like to highlight some of the things that you guys would like to give advice on for other musicians, or for, you know, new musicians that are thinking about, you know, entering the music scene.
Well.
Don't
My
mean to put
advice.
you on the spot or nothing.
Right. It's a broad question. I get it.
With any gift, we need the artists, we need the musicians, we need the creators of, because that's what we have to hang on to. That's what we have to create. We're all connected, and I think that I had a gal comment once on our post or on our page. She was walking downtown, and she said she heard a voice. She heard music. She got drawn in. As musicians, we draw them in, and the influence we have is more than what we ever will know. The words that we speak is more than we'll ever know how it affects others. And she was saying, you gave me inspiration to become the musician that I know I'm supposed to be. And again, that is one of those compliments. That's one of those things that it's not a compliment. It just blows
It's your
me away.
motivation, I feel like.
There are no words to explain how we affect people. And so as a musician, to think ahead, doing what you're doing, it's a quantum leap. It's creating a reality that's happening in the future that it was like you said, when you first learned guitar, you knew that you had a dream. You saw yourself doing it. You saw yourself playing bass. And that's what we do. You see yourself ahead of time, and then when it happens, it will hit you as a surprise, and that's when you know that you are doing what you created from. I was a very, very small child when I saw myself on stage, and so my advice is to, not allow other things to interact or interfere with that, because you have a purpose, and then you're not going to be satisfied until you do it. And that's just the truth.
I absolutely agree with you on that.
Good advice. That was good.
That was, yeah.
Well, thank you.
I always find it like more motivational as a musician when we inspire others.
Yeah,
exactly. And when I hear others, and that's why, when I had 4 children, and they're adults now, but when they were young, I in the Vans tour, I went and listened to new people all the time, because that was inspiring me. It's not just my past rock and roll or my classic rock or whatever. It's adding to and bringing in more and more, and and then creating from that.
I absolutely agree with you. I did the same thing. My children are also, I have 2 girls, and they're both in their 20s now. And like you, I did bring them the oldies, but I also brought new music and just everything I could, different genres. And, I really wanted to expose them to music and let them find their own musical identity.
Exactly. Because that's what we do.
You probably know.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I was talking to Josh. I said, your kids probably know who Van Halen is.
Yes, they know who Van Halen is very much. And they know who Van Hagar is also. I don't discriminate. Not my favorite. That's not Van Halen, but
And practice. Right, Kelly?
Yes.
Right,
Oh God, yes.
I spent a lot of my teenage years just not hanging out with friends a lot, just practicing in my bedroom and just idolizing different bass players, musicians, and just worshiping them and learning everything I could about studying their style, and move on to the next one and the next one. After a while, like Yoda, we'll just take all the knowledge you have, forget it, and just kind of release your mind and go with it.
Become who you are. Yeah.
Yeah. And don't get, like, especially certain instruments like guitarists get really hung up on the mechanics. You get really hung up on the mechanics of, I got to run scales a million times. And I did that. And that's fine. And that'll get you a certain level. But you got to work on your musicianship. And you work on your ear. And you work on understanding how you can communicate with other people, musical ideas, and overall musicianship. If you want to be a great guitar player, for example, be a great musician first. Whose instrument is the guitar?
Yeah.
If you try to do it the other way around, I'm a great guitarist who's a great musician, it just doesn't work. It doesn't translate as well. Be about the music. Be about the sound. Have in your mind the sound you want to make, and your instrument is just the avenue that you've taken towards that sound.
Yeah, right. That's what it is.
Nicely said. Yeah.
Yes. No, that is awesome. I feel that too.
Cheers to that, guys.
I'm empty.
I can't hear you. Don't be glad. It's bad luck.
No, I will not. Hey.
No.
Yes. Use with. So I forgot to ask you guys earlier on in the show about your equipment that you use, the guitars that you use, what kinds you have, how many you have. Please share that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay, this is
I'm not. I don't have any. I don't have any. What do you call it? Endorsements or whatever. Nobody pays me to play their shit.
This is a
No,
beautiful
we're all
guitar,
I've been playing Kiesel guitars.
Oh,
cool.
For the last. And I got this one, and I've got kind of a kind of single cut one, and they make fantastic stuff. It's not too expensive, relatively speaking, for an American-made, custom-made guitar. It's not too bad. Check out Kiesel stuff. They used to be called Carvin. If you know what Carvin is, same thing.
Here's the other one.
This is kind of my number one. This is like this is my favorite guitar I've ever had. It's a Kiesel.
And it's pretty.
It was less than $2,000, I'll tell you that. And they make fantastic stuff. So check out Kiesel if you're interested in getting a really good guitar. Other than that, I've got, I don't know. I've been playing lately. I've been playing a Dr. Z Route 66 head for a while. I've been playing a boogie, an old like 80 or like 1990 50 caliber plus Mason boogie head, but
dude, I love Mesa boogies, man.
that's
Good
awesome.
product. They do.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Nate, what about you?
I got a.
What kind of bass you got?
I play on a Sterling Music Man 5-string that I paid like $300 for. It's like a $900 bass, but I got a good deal on it.
Wow.
Before that, I played on a jazz bass, a 5-string jazz bass, and I got like 4 other basses at home that I don't play with.
Wow. That's awesome.
Got a Warwick 4-string fretless, a acoustic bass. I got a 1957 Fender Precision with flat wounds for kind of that Motown kind of vibe.
Ooh,
You
flat
play
wound.
an Ampeg rig, right?
I play on an Ampeg 810 SVT rig. It's
Ampeg is another great company.
it's like a mini it's like a full size refrigerator actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very much full size refrigerator.
It's about this tall.
Nobody's paying us to. Some people get like free stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't get any free stuff. It's just the stuff that works for us.
No.
I like Roland, but that's
But I wish it could be like, I play Vic Firth, Vic Firth 6, American Hickory, and get, a bunch of free sticks, but that is just not my life right now.
We understand. We get the
I play
struggle.
for drink tickets and $15 maybe at the time.
Well, thank you. Anything that you guys use for the vocals, Maria, that enhance?
Yes, I want to know like what you use for your Vokes.
SM58.
What sort of microphone do you have?
just plain old SM58.
Gotcha.
I don't even like a lot of reverb or effects on my voice. I like to do my own thing, and usually the sound men know that.
Got you.
Yeah, me and Maxine and we don't run effects on our vocals either.
No.
It's just like a clean.
Yep. Meat and potatoes, man. It's the best.
Yeah, I don't like the splitting up my vocals or
Right.
harmonize with the bass. I mean, or whatever, vice versa, basically.
That's
None of these guys sing.
Yeah. There's nothing better than just that natural, singing voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sound like that, when we record, I want to sound like I do live. So we record live first.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So that's our. So do you guys have an album? Yes. Agreed.
That's
We
like
did
7
recording
minutes
in
left.
Seattle.
Do you guys have it?
Go ahead.
We recorded.
Sorry, what was that?
We recorded an EP, which was like 4 songs a year
Okay.
in the studio, and that's up online on our. It's on Reverb Nation, and it's Reverb Nation, like Ripple Effect 3 or something like that. But anyway, we have that and a couple other songs that are recorded on that. But we haven't. We really should.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff we really need to record, and we haven't. And some of those would be best recorded live. I think.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I haven't recorded with these guys yet.
No, that's true. That's true.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So don't even bother. We're gonna start from scratch.
Yeah, don't listen to that.
We're gonna. I don't know. There's some good.
No, it's good. It's
You guys did a lot of doubling on it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Great. Yeah, towards your live shows and getting a good somebody out there to record us live would be
cool.
to capture that
And
live.
you're looking to be, are you looking to be recorded in Olympia, or do you want to go back to Seattle for that, or not sure?
See, what happens with me in a recording studio, if it was up to me, I'd be in there for a flipping year
Yeah.
on one song. It's horrible. I'm no. So when we do it live, capture the essence, no matter where we are. If it's a great recording, I would prefer that personally.
Cool. That's great.
I'll tweak shit till it's untweakable.
Are any of you able to record from any of your devices when you do that in your jam spot?
Haven't come up with the.
I've got a couple of songs. The last 2 songs on our website.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
On basically, I've got like a Foz text, like basically a digital 8-track, and so we can do that, but it's not great.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
I end up in the bathroom.
Pretty amateur. Yeah, there's some. It's goofy. It's not.
Oh yeah. I understand.
With Elvis.
I
Elvis. I'm usually in the bathroom with Elvis, but yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we record here at home in our band room, our studio.
Nice.
And yeah, we use GarageBand. So
yeah,
that's what we do. Gotta do
Yeah,
what
that's
you
great.
can do.
Say again?
We go to Peel Studios, who our friend Mike Springer is actually, he owns Peel Studios, and he's awesome. He really is. So.
Well, we got this really cool friend, Sean Moran. He's putting together. And yeah, Sean's putting together a studio and wanted us to recruit bands that were interested in working with him because he's trying to, work with bands on a financial level that works out for musicians.
Either free or with small barter. He wants like barter stuff, and so definitely check him out. And yeah, he's in Bellevue, which might be a little bit of a drive for you guys, but he has some of the best equipment, and he likes all the old school like equipment. Like he likes tube amps and stuff because it has those nice warm tones to it that you just can't get from digital stuff. So.
Where was the place that we recorded?
Yeah,
we recorded at Earwig Studio. My friend.
Yeah, Earwig Studio.
Yeah, my friend Don's studio in Wallingford, Seattle, and it's a great studio.
It is a great studio. It's freaking cool.
But it was it's Wallingford.
But they had all the old school mics and stuff. One time, I don't even know. I must have had 5 or 6 different types of microphones in my little area. And again, we recorded live, and they were all out. We all had headphones on. It was really nice. And yeah, they would pick. They had all these mics there, but they would pick that sound that they wanted to hear. So it was really cool.
We had 2 days. And
we only had
2 days, and we really needed 5.
We needed at least.
Isn't it amazing what you can get done in 2 days, though?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like,
I don't think I sang for a week after that.
Yes, because you just sing everything like 9,000 times the first day. The second day, you're just going over and listening to everything like 8
And I always tell them, they took the
to the
first
point
one.
where you're just sick of your own music. You're just like, I need a break from my stuff.
Really?
Like,
First day. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, 3 minutes. Okay, we got 3 minutes left. So, any encouraging words to the kiddos? We already touched base on that one, huh?
Yeah, we talked about advice. I think they're frozen again, so we'll wait for them to come back in to sign off.
Go Pirate!
Come back to us, Ripple Effect.
Come on, Ripple Effect.
Come back to us. We will evoke you. Man, they've been fun. They're great.
They are awesome. Like, I need to go see them live for sure. For sure. The Ripple Effect, yes.
I wish I lived closer, man. I'd be going to all sorts of really cool.
I know. I wish they did shows up here. I hope they come back so that we can say goodnight. I mean,
I hope so too.
Studio just like, bye. See you, Felicia.
Come back to us. Oh, well,
Kitchen Face came to say hello.
I see.
And then I didn't want him to walk across this way because I have a whole bunch of stuff over here that he's clumsy, so I know he'll like slam into it and break it. So then he decided that he was going to jump off my leg. Well, he slipped and dug his claw into my thigh, and so
oh crap! I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm bleeding from that just because he dug it in deep. Like I had to pull it out. I was like,
sometimes I feel that Fernando does that to me sometimes, and I'm not even bleeding. I'm like, oh, I gotta be bleeding, and then I'll check, and I'm like, wait a second,
oh, thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, we have 103 subscribers. But guess what, everybody? If you are tuning in and you haven't signed up for Musicians Hangout yet as a subscriber online, please do.
Please do. Because it just helps us. And if we reach 1,000 subscribers, which we thought would have been crazy 9 months ago, but here we are at 103. We can do this live without a bunch of other hassles, so it just makes your life easier. Oh, here we go.
We're back.
Yay! We wanted to get you guys back in time to say goodnight because,
Yes, definitely. So thank you so much for being on Musicians Hangout. It's been awesome having you. You've been really
you guys are amazing. We definitely want to have you guys back, and maybe we can have like a little impromptu practice, maybe.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about how we can do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay.
Congrats on 100 subscribers.
103 now.
103.
Very exciting. And
Here.
you guys have been amazing, and thank you so much for being on Musicians Hangout. And tune in next week for Toast.
Toast.
All right, Maxine, you want to bring us out?
Absolutely.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. See you next week.
Good night, everyone. See you next week.